He loved her in silence, from places she would never see. A man built from darkness fell for someone he could never touch.
Blood on my hands, shadows in my veins. Build my empire of broken names. Every road I walk leaves ashes behind. But then you smiled and ruined my design. You shine too bright for a man like me, a wildflower growing where death should be. I keep my distance, I watch from the dark, 'cause loving me is a match to a spark. I want your laughter filling up my halls, your picture hanging on my walls. I want forever, but forever with me comes loaded guns and enemies. Maybe in another life I'd hold you in the daylight. No bloodstains, no sirens, no war to survive. Just you and me, heartbeats alive. Say goodbye. Every man who looks your way feels my rage, a monster pacing inside his cage. I'd burn down cities just to keep you safe, turn the whole world into a grave. God knows I'm on yours somehow, even if I never say it out loud. Obsession carved deep into my soul, a wound so beautiful it won't let go. I dream of mornings I can't create, a wedding ring, a different fate. But angels don't belong in hell with me, and you're the closest thing I've seen. Maybe in another life I'd hold you in the daylight. No bloodstains, no sirens, no war to survive. Just you and me, heartbeats alive. Maybe in another life I'd call you mine every night. No danger at the door, no fear in your eyes. I love you openly, but in this life I love you enough to say goodbye. In another life, in another life, you'd wear my name and sleep by my side. In another life, I worship every tear, every scar, every sigh. Till then, I love you from the shadow, guard your heart from worlds unknown. And if I can't have you in this lifetime, I'll find you in the next one. I was born with the devil's prey, raised by shadows that never fade. Every promise I ever made was written in blood, was sealed in pain. And you walked in like summer rain, soft enough to heal what's left of me. But angels and monsters don't share the same sky, and you're too pure for a soul like mine. So I love you from a distance, like a sinner loves the light. Close enough to feel your warmth, too far away to hold you tight. If fate was kind, you'd be in my arms tonight. No bullets fly, no demons hiding in the night. I'd kiss your fears away and never let your heart break. If fate was kind, you'd wake beside me every sunrise. No tears, no scars, no goodbyes. But fate gave you wings and gave me war. Loving you means wanting more. Every enemy knows your name, not because they've seen your face, but because I burn kingdoms down. If they ever brought you pain, God, I hate the way I need you, the way my soul reaches for yours. You're the dream I can't touch, the heaven behind locked doors. And every night I wonder what kind of man I'd be if the world hadn't turned me into everything you shouldn't need. If fate was kind, you'd be in my arms tonight. No bullets flying, no demons hiding in the night. I'd kiss your fears away and never let your heart break. If fate was kind, you'd wake beside me every sunrise. No tears, no scars, no goodbyes. But fate gave you wings and gave me war. And loving you means wanting more. Maybe somewhere beyond this life, there's a version of me that's clean. No blood on his hands, no ghosts in his eyes. Just a man chasing his dreams. And maybe there, you're wearing my ring. Maybe there, I hear you sing. Maybe there, fate finally lets me win. If fate was kind, I'd never have to let you go. I'd build you a world untouched by sorrow. I'd give you every piece of me, the parts nobody gets to see. If fate was kind, you'd never doubt how deep I fell. I'd follow you through heaven or hell. But this life wasn't made for us. So I'll love you in silence until another lifetime finds us. So I love you from the shadows, where the monsters hide their scars. never saw the wars I fought, the devil's buried in my thoughts. You never heard the prayers I made, begging heaven to keep you safe. While I stood beneath the city lights, covered in sin, dressed in the night, watching you smile from far away, knowing I could never stay. You're the dream my hands can't hold, the one good thing in a world so cold. And I'd rather break my own heart in two than let my darkness swallow you. So I love you from the shadows, where the monsters hide their scars. I'll guard your heart from a distance, even if it tears me apart. You'll never know how much I wanted to call your soul my home, but some loves are meant to stay hidden. So I love you from the shadows alone. Every step you take, I know, every place you laugh and go, not because I want control, but because protecting you became my soul. If danger ever speaks your name, I'll make sure it fears mine. I burn down every road to hell before I let them cross your line. You deserve sunsets, wedding rings, soft embraces and peaceful dreams. Not a man whose hands have learned how quickly beautiful things burn. So I love you from the shadows, where the monsters hide their scars. I'll guard your heart from a distance, even if it tears me apart. You'll never know how much I wanted to call your soul my home, but some loves are meant to stay hidden. And maybe in another world I wouldn't have to disappear. Maybe I'd be standing beside you instead of watching from here. Maybe I'd kiss your forehead, maybe I'd take your hand, maybe I'd be your forever instead of your unseen guardian. I love you from the shadows, through every lifetime, every scar. If fate won't let me keep you, then I'll protect you where you are. And when the stars fall silent, when this broken heart lets go, the last thing that I'll carry is the love nobody knows. Love from the shadows, love from the shadows, forever yours, but never close enough to hold. Hmm.